You know that one friend who always cancels? I'm not feeling it. Maybe next time. I'm literally so tired. And every time you're just like, bro, again? But here's the thing nobody actually says out loud. That friend isn't flaking on you. They're protecting something most people don't even know they have, their peace. And if you're the one who gets genuinely excited about staying in on a Friday night, like actually excited, not, I guess I'll just stay home excited, keep watching because this one was made for you. Today we're breaking down the real psychology behind people who love being home, the ones the world calls antisocial, the ones science calls something completely different. Let's get into it. Extroverts recharge around people. The crowd, the noise, the energy, that's their fuel. But for introverts, every social interaction, even a genuinely fun one, slowly pulls something out of them. It's not that they hate people, it's that people cost them energy they don't always have to spend. And home? Home is the only place that actually gives it back. Psychologists call this optimal arousal theory. Some people need constant stimulation to feel good. Others need quiet to feel like themselves again. Neither is wrong, neither is broken. It's just how your nervous system was built, and you don't get to choose that. But here's where it gets more interesting. A lot of people who prefer staying home aren't just introverted. They're also chasing something the outside world almost never gives them: control. Out there, everything is unpredictable. Loud strangers, plans that change at the last second, small talk with people who asked how you're doing but were already thinking about something else before you answered. But at home, you decide the lighting, you decide the noise level, you decide the entire atmosphere. For people with anxiety or high sensitivity, that's not comfort, that's survival. Now here's the part people never expect. Studies actually show that people who enjoy solitude tend to be more creative, more self-aware, and sharper at solving problems. Staying home isn't doing nothing. It's where the thoughts that actually matter have enough space to exist. The best ideas don't usually show up in crowded rooms. They show up at 2 a.m. when everything is quiet and your brain finally stops performing. And look, the internet will have you feeling like you're falling behind if you're not out every weekend, posting every moment, living out loud. But what if your version of a good life is a show you actually like, food that hits, and not a single obligation until Monday? That's not a consolation prize, that's a choice, and it's a valid one. Real talk for a second, though. Some people stay home for reasons that go a little darker. Social anxiety, old wounds that never fully healed, a quiet kind of depression that doesn't always look like sadness, it just looks like canceling plans, again. For those people, home stops being a sanctuary and starts being the only option. And that's a different conversation entirely. So be honest with yourself. Do you stay home because it genuinely fills you up, or because the idea of leaving feels heavier than you want to admit? One is peace, the other is hiding. Only you actually know which one it is. But for the people who are genuinely, authentically built this way, they're not missing out on life. They're just living a version of it most people don't slow down enough to notice. The small rituals that actually mean something, the quiet moments that don't make it to anyone's story, the kind of happiness that doesn't need an audience. Psychologists call this low stimulation preference. These people don't need the world to keep them entertained. Their inner world is already doing that. So, if you turn down invitations and don't lose sleep over it, if a day completely alone genuinely recharges you, if your idea of a perfect night involves no one else but you, you're not antisocial, you're not broken, you're not boring, you're just wired differently. And different is not less, it's just deeper. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you actually a homebody, or do you think it's just become an excuse we all use to avoid discomfort? Be honest. Drop it in the comments.